Instead of being mad about all the food stamps being cut off, how about y'all be mad about all the motherfucking food stamps y'all sold so y'all can get drunk and high? Let's talk about that.
I used to work at a grocery store in Chicago. The thing I hated the most were the niggas who came through my line with EBT because they always had a bunch of bullshit.
So I'm just gonna say what everyone is thinking. I don't care that you're losing your food stamps.
All right, I'm really getting irritated with all these people that live on EBT sitting here saying that it's our responsibility to pay for their food.
You want to know why I'm not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
I don't care if I get canceled, but as an EBT mother on a budget of $300 to $400, even when I only had $200,
here because you're about to lose your SNAP benefits, but you have your hair done, your nails done, your lashes done, your lips done, and your forehead is frozen as fuck.
Well, guys, here we go.
Well, look who decided to show.
Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel. Today's video, US citizens are tired of the EBT people.
I used to work at a grocery store in Chicago. I hated the most were the niggas who came through my line with EBT because they always had a bunch of bullshit. I'm talking about 2-3 carts filled to the brim with frozen food, pops, chips, candy, bullshit. Selling stamps. Y'all were having a free-for-all with the taxpayers' money. I don't feel bad about people missing out on EBT. And this is coming from somebody who used to be on food stamps, by the way. The Bible says if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. So I think EBT is pretty demonic.
Guys, this young lady right here, she's 100% truth. Most of these individuals collecting EBT, this is what they buy all the time. They buy a whole bunch of junk foods. And I'm glad the government is stepping up and banning the junk food.
So somebody had to do it.
So I'm just gonna say what everyone is thinking. I don't care that you're losing your food stamps. I don't care that you're losing your free medical. I don't care that you are losing your free housing. Now y'all are just getting a taste of what every other person is going through.
Yep.
I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children. I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you. I'm gonna give you a prime example of how broken this freaking system is. My son was in a very, very severe motorcycle accident involving a tow truck. We were in the hospital for almost a month. As a single mom with no support, and before any of you come at me about the single mom thing, no, I didn't expect myself to be a single mother, but you know what? Shit happens. Being a single mother with no freaking support, that is a month, actually over a month of lost wages over something that was completely out of our control. I was told by case management in the hospital, hey, the only way that your city is going to offer you any type of assistance is if you have an eviction notice. The only way that you're going to get help paying your bills because of these lost wages, because of an emergent situation, is if you have a shutoff notice. This is how broken the system is.
Yep.
I work over 40 hours a week. And you're telling me that I'm paying into a system that I cannot benefit from? But you want to come on the internet and bitch and complain about losing your free benefits that you've probably been on for 10 plus years on a brand new phone? We are sick of it. We're done. We're sick of it. We don't feel sorry for you at all. Because now you're just getting a small taste of what all of us have been going through for years. So here's an idea. Instead of continuing to pop out children that you cannot afford, get a condom and a job.
Amen.
Because the average American is sick of supporting you.
Guys, this message is for those EBTs, food stamp individuals out there. We are sick and tired of you guys coming on the internet complaining that you're losing your benefits. Enough is enough.
Get up and go to work.
The free ride is over.
All right, I'm really getting irritated with all these people that live on EBT sitting here saying that it's our responsibility to pay for their food. I work 50 hours a week and I haven't had food in my fridge for over a year. Do you want to see the food that I have in my fridge? Do you want to see what I survive on a daily basis? Yeah, let me show you. This is my fridge, my empty fridge. The food that I have in my fridge, a half a gallon of milk, and the rest of my fridge is freaking pretty much empty. You see it? All right, let me show you my freezer. Yeah, some frozen ass chicken and some frozen ass bread. That's it. I work 50 hours a week. I don't qualify for food stamps. This is what I survive on. Yup, because I work 50 hours a week. They say I make too much money. I don't qualify for food stamps. You know where all my money goes? To my bills. And I'm still behind on bills. So I can't buy food because I make too much money. Yeah, I make too much money. So I don't make enough money to have food in my fridge. Yup. So what do? I work more. Work. Get off your ass and work. That's what we do. We don't rely on taxpayer money to pay our bills and to work and to eat. We just don't eat.
Guys, this gentleman right here, he's really pissed off. It's the sad reality in United States. You EBT individuals, you guys going to face the reality of life, the reality of working every single day to provide for your family and to pay your bills.
You want to know why I'm not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
I'm good with y'all because it go by faster. One of you.
Nice.
This what I pick and this what he picked.
Wow, look at that.
I tell you what, how about this instead? If you're on food stamps, you get a pre-selected box of meat, bread, rice, food staples, and fruits and vegetables. No more handing you a debit card filled with other people's cash for you to go load up on Oreos. The goal here is to keep you from starving because taxpayers do not need to bankroll your junk food pantry or your health problems.
Amen. This is a bright idea.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Now give you a debit card so you could go spend it on soda, junk food, candy, and all that crap. You guys saw all the junk food that this lady was purchasing? There goes your tax money right there.
I don't care if I get canceled, but as an EBT mother on a budget of $300 to $400, even when I only had $200, you know what's cheaper than a $3 pack of Little Debbie snacks? A 50-cent can of fucking green beans, okay? You know what's cheaper than 3 packs of soda? A bunch of cans of 50-cent cans of vegetables, okay? You know what's cheaper than the $150 you spent on chips, sugar, soda, all of that shit? Buying a bunch of meat. Because the amount of snacks that you bought are enough to last you 2 weeks, and the amount of meat that I bought is enough to last me the entire month of November while I wait for food benefits to fix themselves. You can stock up on pasta. Yep. You can stock up on staples, okay? Look at that. After buying all healthy foods to ensure that my children are having as less problematic foods in their diet as possible, look at the money I have left over for snacks. We got cookies, we got baked cheddar, whatever the fuck these are, pretzel, a bag of fruit snacks, and saltine crackers. And you know what my children don't complain about? Mom, why can't we have cake and ice cream and sugar all the time? I don't give a crap. I don't think children should starve, but I don't think children should be being fed poisonous shit all the time because parents want to boo-hoo over the fact that they're not willing to get their lives in order. And obviously, I'm not talking about disabled. Obviously, I'm not talking about elderly. And obviously, I'm not talking about the parent that just lost her husband and now has to do it on her own. Obviously, I'm not talking about people who got raped and had to take care of a kid that was forced upon them. So don't make it into that.
Yeah, guys, this is the problem. Every time we come here on social media and somebody says something about these individuals taking advantage of the system, taking food stamps, taking Section A, taking whatever help from the government. Oh, they always said, oh, you don't have sympathy for us. You don't have sympathy for us. We are not talking about elderly, like she said. We are not talking about children's. We are not talking about disabled people. We are talking about you, that you don't want to go out and work. You are a able body and you are able to work, but your choice is to stay taking advantage of the government and taking advantage of the taxpayer. That is the problem right here.
My children are so health conscious that I can let them have their whole Halloween bag of candy in their room and they only limit themselves to a piece a day. They're not super dependent on sugar. They don't freak out because I don't give them the bag of chips. It's all about how you raise your child. The reason your kid wants a plethora of unhealthy foods versus vegetables is because that unhealthy foods is what you shoved in their face the most, okay? And if anything, you should have just waited a couple years, let them be on a diet of vegetables, protein, and fruits, and then introduce them to the fun stuff so that they didn't get some form of addicted, considering a lot of you admit that American food is addicting, but are still willing to give it to your kids. If all your grocery store serves is pasta and tomatoes and broccoli and chicken, then work with those healthy foods. If it ensures that in the future your child is less at risk of developing gastrointestinal problems, for them to have to rely on good quality care that we don't already have in America, for them to have to deal with, then that is perfectly fine. Your child will be thankful of the fact that they don't have to worry about their health, that now they can focus on being successful in whatever fucking economy is gonna be in their way. I'm not going to sit here and continuously make excuses and boo-hoo. I do not like the fact that when I go and show up on the fit to go get food because my stamps have loaded, that all I'm seeing is people's carts filled with endless shit, and my cart is filled with fruits, vegetables, and protein, bro. I pray that they do fix the SNAP, that they make it like WIC, where you're only allowed to buy certain foods in certain categories. Like, if you want vegetables, you can only buy vegetables. It doesn't matter what type of vegetable it is, you're allowed to buy vegetables. Dairy, you're allowed to buy dairy, but it has to be milk and ingredient-based products, not endless ice cream, endless cheesecake, and all of that. Nobody is standing up for these kids that are suffering and being brainwashed to believe they're having fun, when in the future they develop gastrointestinal cancer, but the entirety of their childhood, their mother conditioned them that they were having fun and just having endless sugar like a typical kid does. Cancel me. I don't care, bro. And before the people come and say, oh, well, you know, some people are only able to shop at the gas station. Dude, first off, the amount of people that can only shop at gas stations for food, especially ones with EBT, is so incredibly low, it's ridiculous, dude. Most often than not, if you have access to a gas station, you have access to a grocery store right nearby. Maybe it has to be 30 minutes away if you're out in the middle of nowhere. But then it raises the question, why did you have a kid? Were you raped? Was this a case of you, unfortunately, whatever? Why did you choose to have sex knowing that it makes a baby? Why? Oh, and now you're gonna get, oh, Scarlett, how dare you blame people? Because you're making decisions that are causing children to have adverse effects. That's why I'm mad. I am mad at adults making decisions that always leads to a child suffering. It's not that hard to fucking understand. Cancel me. I don't care. If me speaking up for other kids and ensuring that other kids have a 100% success rate in a country that is willing to do everything in their power to put them down, I will be the voice of those kids. I'm not going to support you and your need to have soda. I'm going to support that kid and their need to have a healthy diet so they don't have to suffer, because IBS, cancer, all of that is fucking horrible, and we already don't get good enough healthcare in America. Complaining about the healthcare system, but yet putting a strain on it, right? Common sense, right? 1 in 6 children have obesity. 1 in 20 kids have severe obesity. Gastrointestinal cancers are on the rise. IBS is on the rise. Oh, do you think it's just because of the vaccines? You don't think it has anything to do with the food you shove in your mouth every single fucking day?
If I see you making videos about how your kids won't have a Thanksgiving this year because you're about to lose your SNAP benefits, but you have your hair done, your nails done, your lashes done, your lips done, and your forehead is frozen as fuck, well then it has nothing to do with the fact that you're losing these benefits and you can't feed your kids. It's just that your kids aren't your priority. I am sick of hearing this fucking narrative. Now, do SNAP benefits affect a certain portion of the population for people who genuinely need these benefits? Yes, and I feel awful for those people. But my thing is, the amount of people who are on our benefit system through the government that genuinely need it because they have no other way of providing food and a shelter and benefits for their kids, it is such a small amount of people. Such a small amount of people. The majority of the people who are riding this system have been doing it for life, and they don't know anything else. They don't know any other way to live life other than to live off of government assisted benefits, which is horrific, because all the rest of us have figured out a way to live life. All the rest of us have made good decisions to not have children when we couldn't fucking afford it. And I'm sorry, but I'm tired of funding everybody else's lifestyle. I am tired of making good decisions for myself and having to pay the benefits for everybody else who didn't make good decisions in their own lives. Again, are there people out there who made really good decisions and were just put in really shit situations and ended up in a situation where they can't afford shit? Yes, but that is such a small portion, such a minority portion of the individuals who are utilizing our system and are bitching about it right now. Make good decisions. Make good decisions. Have a little bit of savings where you can afford your fucking food. Sell shit. I'm sorry, but if I see you driving around with a car that has leather seats and you are complaining about how you can't afford to feed your kids, sell your fucking car. Get a car that doesn't have fucking leather seats. You can sell your car, even if it's paid off. Fucking sell that shit. Get a hunk of junk that'll at least get you from point A to point B and fucking figure it out. Stop getting your hair done. Stop getting your lashes done. Stop getting your fucking Botox done or your lip filler done. Jesus Christ. Pick up a second job. Find remote work if you can't afford to take your kids to daycare. Like, there are so many jobs out there. Build a skill. You have your phone. You have the internet at your fucking fingertips. Because if you can post a video, I know you have internet, which means you can develop a skill that can earn you the income to afford these basic fucking necessities. And just to see people give up on life and be like, I just gotta live this way. I'm gonna blame Donald Trump. I just gotta live this way. It's a wild mindset that I will never understand.
Guys, this is the sad reality that these people, they always gonna blame somebody else but themselves. They always blaming the government, they are blaming whoever, but they don't want to take responsibility on their action. If you have a cell phone, use your cell phone for your advantage, not to come here and complain and cry about they are taking away your food stamp. If you are coming here with your nails done, with your hair done and all that, and you are flashing all these name brand clothes, it's because you have money. So use that money to provide for your family, to provide for yourself. Start buying stupid stuff. Enough is enough. That's why nobody cares about you guys anymore. So guys, if you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also like this video, it really does help the channel. For all of those guys subscribing to the channel, thank you. I really appreciate your support. Welcome to the family and see you guys on the next one.